Bonjour à tous. Comment allez-vous? C'est peut-être la première fois que je vous parle en français dans mes vidéos. Comment se passe ce début d'année pour vous? Cette année, pour la première fois, j'ai compté les dernières secondes de l'année en français. Pour vous qui suivez ma chaîne depuis longtemps, vous savez que je prends le français avec Monique.
Large cities.
De grandes villes.
Parfait.
Pourquoi je commence le français? Eh bien, c'est assez simple. En vivant avec Monique, j'ai naturellement eu envie d'apprendre le français.
Plusieurs fois.
Oui.
Et je me suis dit, tu peux et veux le faire. Alors commence simplement, sans te compliquer la vie. Suis ton envie. Après environ 6 mois d'apprentissage avec la méthode unique de Monique, j'ai pensé, il est temps d'aller à Paris. Il y a 7 ans, j'étais déjà allée à Paris. Mais cette fois, le fait d'apprendre le français a rendu le voyage encore plus spécial.
I'm actually in Paris right now.
Et puis une de mes amies travaille à Paris. Alors c'était l'occasion parfaite. On sait tous comment se donner soi-même de la force. Pour moi, c'était ce voyage à Paris. C'était un petit cadeau pour moi-même après avoir étudié le français tout l'été. Alors, je suis allée à Paris.
Hi everyone. I'm in Paris. I've been learning French all summer and living in Munich made me curious about this city. So here I am. I came here once like 8 years ago, but now everything feels different. Not just in Paris, I will also be going to Berlin and Dublin. This whole journey will be amazing for sure. I'm staying at my friend's place. Her name is Yuri and she lives in Paris because she works here. Isn't it amazing? I'm super excited to see her and crash at her place. But the bad news is the huge massive strike is happening here right now. I think I will need to take a taxi. I hope I can get to her place safely. See ya. Bienvenue. Now I can read this one.
Being in Paris just made me feel really good. I felt calm, relaxed, like, should I live here? Just kidding. There was supposed to be a huge strike that day, so I thought I'd have to take a taxi no matter what. But I took a quick look and surprisingly, the metro was actually running. So I immediately bought a ticket on the app and hopped on. The last time I came to Paris, I honestly couldn't understand a single thing. Not the announcements, not the conversations around me, nothing. But this time, after studying a bit of French, I realized I could kind of understand what I was hearing. At that moment, the city didn't feel unfamiliar anymore. It actually felt welcoming. On my way to my friend's place, I even caught a glimpse of the Eiffel Tower. Before heading over, I stopped by a bakery to grab some eclairs. Time to finally use the French I've been practicing. Let's see how this goes. All I could think was, Monique told me to make sure I say hello. I have to say hello. I kept repeating it in my head. I have to say hello, I have to say hello, I have to say hello, and just went for it.
Bonjour monsieur. Bonjour madame.
Monsieur. Bonjour madame.
Un croissant s'il vous plaît.
Un croissant s'il vous plaît.
Merci.
Merci.
Ça fait combien?
Ça fait combien?
How much is it? Ça fait combien?
Ça fait combien?
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Est-ce que vous parlez français?
Un peu.
Est-ce que vous parlez anglais?
Oh oui, je peux parler anglais.
Oui. Est-ce que vous parlez italien?
Non. Je ne parle
pas italien. And you don't know? Je ne sais pas.
Je ne sais pas.
Désolée, je ne sais pas.
Désolée, je ne sais pas.
Désolée. Ah, bon, bien.
Bien.
Super.
Super.
Formidable. You can see all those words. Bonjour madame, bonjour monsieur.
Bonjour,
un croissant s'il vous plaît.
Bonjour,
Because
madame.
you know what
Bonjour.
happens? If you don't say bonjour, they ignore you.
Bonjour, je vois un éclair chocolat et un éclair café, s'il vous plaît. Oui, c'est tout. Merci. Non, merci beaucoup.
Yuri used to be a colleague back when I was in Korea. Now we are friends. She works as a designer for a Paris fashion beauty brand. That day, she was working from home because I was coming over. And wow, her house is so beautiful and she's really busy. She's so dedicated even at home, so I just dropped off my stuff and didn't want to bother her.
I'm here at Eiffel Tower. Seeing the Eiffel Tower today makes it thinking that I'm actually in Paris right now. Compared to when I came a few years ago, I remember I was really tense and I was scared. Oh, what if someone steals my stuff? What if, yeah. Today, I feel a lot less intimidated. Now, I don't feel scared at all. Yeah, I got stronger.
You know, only a solo traveler really gets the solo traveler vibe. Someone came up and asked if we could take photos of each other. So we ended up taking pictures for each other. Thank you!
Do you want more pictures here? I don't know. Is it better?
But seriously, the weather in Paris was amazing. The weather was so perfect that even people sitting along the Seine looked kind of picturesque. I went to a museum called Palais de Tokyo. You might be thinking, Tokyo in Paris? But Yuri said it's our favorite museum, so I stopped by. The building itself was really cool. There were even people skateboarding in this plaza-like area outside. But of course, it was one of those days. The museum was closed because they were prepping the next exhibition. I could only use the bookstore and cafe, so I just checked out the bookstore. There were so many fun things there. It actually made me really happy. I even bought a postcard.
I bought one card.
And then the cafe had a photo booth. I couldn't just walk past that, you know? So of course I had to take a picture too. Right after leaving the museum, there was a Rick Owens exhibition happening just across the street. Yuri had been there before and said, it's giving satanic, and she wasn't sure I'd like it, cause I don't like that kind of stuff. I thought about checking it out anyway, but it was already past closing time, so I just admired the building from the outside and moved on. As the sun was setting, I couldn't believe how beautiful Paris looked. You really get why it's called the City of Love. Maybe because I felt more relaxed than the first time I visited, the city just felt even more magical.
I'm on my way to Creamy Daily. I heard their matcha is very thick and creamy, so that's gonna be my first matcha in France. Let's go!
I was searching hard on Google Maps for a matcha latte and finally found this place.
It's really cheesy.
Yuri's still working hard at home, so I grabbed a matcha latte to go for her. Now I'm heading home for dinner. I passed by Place de la Concorde, and maybe because it was the day of the strike, there were so many protests going on.
아, 저도 주얼리를 좀 가지고 오려고 했는데 그걸 다 까먹어서 아무것도 없어요. 와, 멋지다.
For dinner, we went to a French restaurant near her place.
먹는 사람이 있는지 모르겠어요.
Eating French food in Paris with Yuri I was honestly so happy. I posted on Instagram at night, and then instead of the nice comfy bed, I ended up crashing on the living room sofa, probably from all the eating and sleeping. I woke up feeling super puffy.
성공하길 바라요. 어떤 크라상?
그냥 크라상.
아몬드 있으면 아몬드.
저는 그냥 크라상.
Rise and shine. Aujourd'hui, je vais manger 2 croissants avec yuhi. So I'm on my way to boulangerie, and then I'm gonna eat 2 croissants for breakfast. Let's go. I studied French all this summer, right? So for the first try, I'll buy 2 croissants in French. Bonjour, un croissant bleu et pain au chocolat. Merci, s'il vous plaît. C'est tout. Merci beaucoup. Merci. Bonne journée. Oh. S'il vous plaît. Merci. Next time. I think I was rude because I forgot to say s'il vous plaît.
Teach me how to love. 노래 이름이 Teach me how to love예요. 근데 이 가사를 이번 주에 발견했는데 너무 괜찮은 거예요. 열심히 듣겠어.
가져가고 싶으면 가져가세요.
오! 아, 한나가
혹시 모르니까 오늘 오래 나가니까.
메시.
물품 이런 거 필요 없어요.
아, 괜찮을 것 같아요. 오늘은. 메시 유희.
bonjourné.
문제네.
By the way, there are so many crowds in Paris. I wanted to start the day with something I really enjoy. So I went to see the architecture of Le Corbusier.
Today I came to Le Corbusier's Villa La Roche. Let's go. Because I like architecture and I'm in Paris, so I came to see Villa La Roche.
I booked my visit online beforehand, and maybe because it was morning, there weren't many people around. It was so quiet and peaceful, which I loved. The house itself was absolutely beautiful. I think I even caught myself thinking, I want to live here. Wow. Villa La Roche is honestly stunning. It's one of Le Corbusier's most famous works here in Paris. He designed it back in the 1920s for his friend Raoul La Roche, a big collector of modern art. And you know what's really amazing? The curves, the rounded walls, the spiral staircase, even some terraces. He make the whole space feel soft and flowing, which is such a nice contrast to all the straight modern lines. The light in here is incredible too. The huge windows let the sunlight pour in and move across the room in such a beautiful way throughout the day. Honestly, walking through this place, I could spend hours just watching the light hit the curved walls and seeing how the space flows so effortlessly. My name is Yasmin, and I came across a station called Jasmine, so of course I had to film it. I took the Matcha to see another exhibition at the Bruce de Cameras. There was this silver flag installation right in front of the building, and I loved that.
Actually, the reason I came to Paris this September was because I really wanted to see this exhibition. I heard it's ending in 3 days. So I rushed to come here and I finally made it. Yeah, I finally came to see it. Let's go.
This is the Peanut Collection, a contemporary art museum in Paris. It showcases modern art collected by François Pinault, the founder of the French luxury group Kering. The building used to be the Paris Stock Exchange, the Bourse de Commerce, and it was beautifully renovated by architect Tadao Ando before opening as a museum. I came here because I was really curious about Mugino's installation, Klineman. Standing in this space and watching it, it honestly felt like a form of meditation.
I feel like this work would give a completely different impression if we were shown in some other amazing space in the world. The feeling I'm getting now, if we were in a different place, it probably feel completely different. It seems like a work that allows for many different interpretations.
While I watched the piece, I kept thinking about how different it must feel depending on the space it's installed in. So it was really nice to see photos in the catalog of the work installed in other places too.
I'm a bit hungry, so I'm going to an onigiri shop and have some onigiri because I ate a lot of like Western food, so I kind of want to eat rice, so I'll have some onigiris today.
I was starting to feel a little hungry, but I still had another exhibition booked and didn't want anything too heavy, so I just went to an onigiri place. I'm not really sure why this place is so famous, but it had high ratings, so I decided to check it out. When I tried it, the seaweed was really stuck to the rice and kind of soggy. I personally think the best part of onigiri is crispy seaweed.
Not bad.
So it was a little disappointing, but still, it was easy to eat while walking, so it worked out fine.
They have Obey store here.
On the way, I spotted an Obey store. It was my first time seeing one in person. I went in, browsed around, and even tried on some clothes. Since I'm in France, I figured I should do at least 3 bakery stops a day, so I came back to a boulangerie again. This is a place Yuri recommended.
Bonjour. En pain au chocolat, s'il vous plaît? Oui. Oh.
Then can I have the barca chocolate?
Yeah. Thank you so much. Merci.
They didn't have the pain au chocolat, so I went in a different pastry instead.
I wanted to buy pain au chocolat, but they said it's sold out, so I chose like barca, like chocolat, blah blah. It's really delicious. I like it.
I felt like having some coffee, so I went to a cafe called Partisan.
I heard this cafe is the best place to watch people, so I'm gonna do people watching here.
Ordered in French here too. French is all about confidence, girl.
Bonjour. Un café latte glace, s'il vous plaît. Et matcha cookie aussi.
Ça va. Alors pour le café latte glacé, on a Honduras fruité ou italien plus américain.
Oh, Honduras, s'il vous plaît.
Sur place,
Ah oui.
ça fera 10,50 €. Et votre prénom?
Sorry.
Can I get your name as well?
Yasmin. Merci beaucoup.
Paris is amazing, but one thing I really noticed is how much people smoke. Even at cafe terraces, everyone seems to be smoking. I keep wondering, why is that? Now today's a highlight. I finally went to the Central Pompidou. The last time I was here 7 years ago, it was closed too. I think it was under renovation back then. So this time I was like, I have to see it no matter what. I honestly felt like my heart would break if I missed it again. But I guess they said hardships make love stronger. I ended up seeing Wolfgang Tillmans' retrospective and wow, it's incredible. Truly amazing.
So I'm going to see Wolfgang Tillmans' exhibition. Honestly, I'm not an expert, or I don't know who he is, but I know he's famous, and one of my friend Yuri recommended to me, so I'm gonna watch it.
The exhibition was titled Nothing Could Have Prepared Us. Everything Could Have Prepared Us. Such a good title, right? It brought together basically all of Wolfgang Tillmans' work up to now. Everything he's done, all in one place. I tend to be more moved by the space and the layout of an exhibition than the artworks themselves. And this one really stood out to me. The exhibition took place in what used to be the Pompidou's Public Library, the BPI. Instead of completely transforming the space, they really leaned into the library's original structure. The way everything was laid out was so thoughtful. For example, the old library computers were used to show videos of different people. That kind of layout, using the logic of the library to present the work, felt incredibly powerful and memorable to me. They even kept the library's photocopy rooms running so visitors could make copies of newspaper and take them home. I honestly say it's one of the best exhibitions of 2025. The exhibition was so amazing. I decided to buy some merch. Can you guess which color I picked? And did I buy it in English or French? Here's the answer. I wanted to get it in French, but I thought the white letters looked nicer on the purple one, so I went it English.
I bought it. This is the photo I took. I like it. Bye, Pompidou. It was really fun. Wolfgang, you did a great job, sweetie.
And before I knew it, it was evening. So I was meeting Yuri.
So my friend Yuri, she was invited to the Kilian perfume store opening party. I think it's not store opening, it's like new product or new scent launching party. She asked if I could come along. Of course, I would love to go there with her because it's very rare chance, you know? So I want to see. And then I'm gonna eat dinner with her. I'm gonna wait for Yuri a little bit and then, yeah. It's so cool. Thank you, Yuri. Merci. Yuri.
I don't drink alcohol, but of course, this is Paris, the city of tolerance. They even had mocktails. I love that so much.
Homme de rock, c'était vraiment la nouvelle star de la maison depuis quelques jours. Et ça change de maison pour avoir
오렌지랑 토카.
I didn't want to linger too long, so Yuri and I quickly tried some perfumes and then headed off for dinner.
진짜 거의 기록 중독 아니야? 이 파리 브이로그 기대해 주세요. 오 유니클로 U. 저기서 산 거였어. 와 점점 더 잘 나가는 가게에서 진짜 잘 만든. 최근에 완전 빠졌어. 오.
Guys, if you go to Paris, you absolutely have to check this place out. Happy Noodle. Hands down, the best thing I ate during this trip.
진짜 뜨거우니까 조심하세요. 거의 불 타고 있어.
이거 먹으니까. 네. 신설동 앞에 있던.
대박. 만두집?
네.
진짜.
그 중국집. 이름이 뭐였죠? 황제만두? 킹수제 만두. 와.
그러네.
진짜. 거기가 진짜 찐이었으니까.
제일 비슷하다. 저 거기 대학교 때 많이 가고.
진짜. 아직도 있으려나?
있으면 좋겠다.
너무 맛있어.
행복 지수가 빨리 올라갔어.
진짜 아침부터 하나도 못 드셨으면 저는 진짜 너무 힘들었을 것 같아요.
원래 떡볶이 너무 이제 오래돼서 먹으려면 시간이 없는 거죠. 먹을 시간이 없어서. 차디찬 떡볶이